Okay, here we go. So, good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. We are back for our second season for our Face It Live show presented by Fayette County Public Schools and the 16th District PTA. And of course, this show was made up because we are growing together an even stronger community, and it is important for us, for our families and our community to engage together and support each other.
All right, so just like always, the Face It platform allows us to virtually have real talk, build real partnerships, and allow real ways for us to express what we're feeling, exert our energy in a positive way, and be solution-driven in our approach to whatever we are facing in our communities.
Absolutely.
Right? I'm Sharika Smith. I work for Fayette County Public Schools in the Department of Student Support.
She does a great job, you all. Let me tell you. And so I'm Melody Westerfield, the Family and Community Engagement Coordinator, and I'm stationed at William Wells Brown Elementary School. And this week's Face It topic, we're going to focus on Fayette County Public Schools special programs. And before Sharika asks her first question, I'm going to allow our beautiful guest to intro herself and tell us what she does.
Well, I am Bea Pryor, glad to be here with you all on this afternoon. And I am the program manager for Magnet and Special Programs, and I work in the Teaching and Learning department.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for being on the show today.
Yes, you are our first guest for second season, so this is special. All right, Ms. V, let's get started. What kinds of special programs do we have in Fayette County Public Schools, and why should our families even investigate these options?
Well, we want our families to investigate these options. We have a very diverse population, which lets us know that we have students with different needs. There is not a one size fit all. And so we understand that as a district, and we have been working very hard to innovate and provide all types of programs to meet the very diverse needs of our students. We have special and magnet programs that range from kindergarten all the way up to senior high school. And so we do this because we know that our children grow when they have opportunities and they're exposed to different interests, and they can actually work in their passion. You know, think about it. If you love science and you can go to a school that focuses around science, you're going to grow academically, I think, even more. And so when kids do what they love and they're in an environment where they really love doing whatever it is that they're, whether it's visual and performing arts, engineering, the STEM fields, we feel like we are providing those great opportunities and options for our students to be able to engage in something that they're really passionate about. So, we open up this application window because we want our families to apply. We want them to know that there is something here for each of their students.
Yeah. There's the different programs that fit everybody. And this is the reason why I love the district that I work for, because you take care of every family's needs, not just the student, but it's almost taking care of the family's needs as well. I really do appreciate the work that you do and making sure everyone is touched in every way. So
absolutely. And I do want to say that we just last year we opened up the Rise STEM Academy for girls, which is fantastic. It is a absolute awesome school. And this year we opened up the Carter G. Woodson Preparatory Academy for boys, grades K through 2. So that lets us know that as a district, we are being innovative and we're looking to see, what the needs of our district are. And we push forward those programs for our families so that they can, participate and engage in what they feel passionate about.
Absolutely. We lost some students from William Wells Brown from the girls and but you know what, I'm so happy for them. I'm really happy for those students and those families, and I just know the hard work is being done. So thank you again. So I do appreciate that.
Sure.
That said, what's the application process? I mean, my families did go over there, so we have to share some of our babies now. So what's the application process like, and the timeline? What does that look like, and
Yeah, so
how
let's
are
start
they
with the
chosen?
timeline. Yeah, let's start with the timeline
Okay.
first, right? So right now the application window is open.
Okay.
And so families go on our website, go to www.fcps.net/special app, and that will take you directly to the application website. You can also go to Fayette County Public Schools website and look up magnet and specialized programs, and you'll see information there as well. But our window is now open, and the deadline is October 7th to put your application in. So we have a nice little healthy window to allow the information to get out to families, to allow them to apply. One of the great things about our special and magnet programs is that you could apply to more than one program at one time. You know, it's all about choice, right? So, you know, if you have a student and you want to apply to Maxwell Spanish Immersion, you want to apply to Dixie, you can do that because you might get in one where you may not get in the other. And so those are important dates. Oh, so the window's open now and it closes October 7th. Now, as you go into the application process, and this is something I really think is important for families to know, when you apply and you submit your application, it is very important that you look for a confirmation message. The confirmation message will come. Sometimes it might land in your junk mail or spam just because it doesn't recognize it. But next steps in what you need to do in the process. And so usually there are deadlines that's given by certain programs to ensure that you provide, the information that they need for auditions, and it could be for some entrance information from a previous school. So it's really important that you look at that confirmation message and click that link so you can see what's happening. Now, one of the other things that's important too are the dates when you can expect to receive the offer notification, because a lot of families want to know, I've submitted my application, when will I hear back from the district to let us know whether we got in or not? And so that is in January. That always happens in January. So January 2022, the offers go out the week of January 10th through the 14th. And so we did that because we wanted to make sure that families could put it on their calendar to start looking, looking at that email to make sure that they don't miss the notification. And so those dates are really, really important so that you won't miss anything. So those are the really big, important dates that you need to look for.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, that's helpful because I know that if you're applying all the way up to October and you got to wait another few months, some people can get discouraged if they don't hear anything immediately. So I'm glad that you have an exact date of when you'll hear something.
And we thought it was important because it wasn't like that at first. But even as a parent, it's important that you know when important things like that are coming out, because like you forget, right? And you may not be checking your email as often, but if you know that in January, I'm expecting to hear from them, then I'm going to be looking, and, I'll be more aware and I won't miss, something important that might come up. Now, to be honest, on the other side, there could be other dates that you need to be aware of based on the program, because there are some programs that are lottery based. So you will just hear from them in January, but then there are other programs that are criteria based. And so there's other dates and stuff that you'll need to, make sure that you're aware of. But if in terms of the notifications, they all go out in January.
That was good to know. I didn't know that.
So I'm going off script here, ladies.
It's okay. Let's do it.
Go ahead.
Will I hear yes or no during that time? So even if I didn't get in, that's the same time you'll tell me. And even if I did, okay.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
We notify you if you got in. We notify you if you're waitlisted, and we notify you if you did not meet the entrance criteria.
Okay. All right.
Look at you, Sharika, getting the information out there.
no cost to any of our programs. So just so that our families know, even though we consider these as special and magnet programs, they're theme interest. So they're focused on a specific area of interest. Okay, but they're still Fayette County Public Schools. They get all the services that any other traditional school would get. So, you know, it's just a theme that is centered around that school. And so, you know, that's what makes it different. That's what makes it different.
So do these programs work with traditional schools at all?
Well, in some cases, like you'll have your technical schools where some students will spend half the day at their school and then half the day at South Side, you know, East Side, you know, you may have that split. But for our magnet programs, they are whole schools. So our Maxwell school is a complete school. They do not, you know, collaborate with the elementary school around the corner. They are a full-fledged, you know, 100% all Maxwell, all Dixie, all Carter G. Woodson, all Rise STEAM Academy.
Okay, thank you. I was wondering how that works.
So what else do parents need to take into consideration when exploring these programs? So like transportation, different school schedule, athletics, what else do we need to know?
Yeah, I think, well, one of the things I always recommend for families to do is, number one, if you go onto our website, we have a wonderful booklet that's out there, a wonderful booklet that is an e-booklet. And this booklet provides you with a lot of information about the actual programs, as well as open house information. Yeah, so you know, one of the things we really wanted to focus on is putting the dates out early enough so families can plan around it. So if there's a particular program that you're interested in and you want to know more about it, in this booklet, you will find dates of when those open houses are going to take place. Because there are a lot of programs and there's a lot of information. And so, you know, there are open houses that are going to be taking place throughout the offer season between now and October 7th. That's going to be taking place so that families can get the information that they need. Now, we follow for our magnet programs the magnet policy, which can also be found on our website. And we quote the magnet policy in the booklet as well as it relates to transportation. Now, not all special programs receive transportation through you know, because they're not magnet. And so, like, so say for instance, the Lafayette Pre-Engineering Program does not get the same transportation as a Rise STEM Academy or Maxwell magnet. And so that transportation is a little bit different. And so a lot of times what will happen is that the schools, if you have a student that needs transportation, a lot of times the school will work with that family, you know, to find a way to get them to that program school.
So to add, because when the Girls Rise STEM Academy came about, I went to that open house and met some of the community partners that were going to be pushing in, some of the teachers, and some of just some of the information, just being able to just touch what will be going on at the school. It's really good to see. And I would encourage anyone who is looking to put their child or student or what do we call them, scholars, into a program, to definitely visit some of those open houses. They are absolutely great. But so here's my last question. And this is for all the families out there. If a family has any additional questions, how might they get their questions answered?
So we have a special programs email address for questions. So you would just email special.programs@fayette.kyschools.us. And then you could also call the office at 859-381-4741. Emails typically will be responded to a lot quicker. And so if you have a quick question, we highly recommend that you use that route of emailing the special programs email address if you have questions.
Alrighty. Shrika, you got anything else?
I don't know. You care to repeat that email address one more time?
It's
For the people
special,
in the back.
special.programs,
Okay.
that's plural, at fayette.kyschools.us.
I can
Thank you.
imagine Sharika's gonna be sending you a couple of emails here.
My nephew's mother can, though.
Well, V, I thank you so much for, participating in our first show back. We thank everybody for joining us tonight and providing such important information to our families. Thank you, everyone who is out there watching. Again, thank you, V. Keep joining us as we do our Face It Live show. And listen, so we are still taking your suggestions about the show, topics that you want to touch on, ideas, resources for our families and in our community. So if you have anything that you want to hear about and you want the show to focus on, you have something in mind, please. We want to connect with you, and we want to continue to build our community up stronger and support one another and all of our families. And so Sharika is going to give you the 411 on how you can do that.
Yes. I mean, even on our little break, we took summer break. What did we take? Couple weeks, couple months?
Yeah, we did.
We got some suggestions and pictures, so keep them coming. Send any topics that you want to see on our chat or any pictures. Send them to our email address, which is faceit@fayette.kyschools.us. I think our text line is still active. You can text us at 859-903-5531. And also, we want to celebrate our community partners and families by highlighting the work and all the partnerships that we've already formed in our community. So keep sending your pictures, videos, words of encouragement, so we can share with each other about how we are all facing it together.
We are definitely facing it together. So be sure to keep up with the Face It Live show and our page, okay? Yes. Our next show will be September 1st, am I right? At 6:30, same time. And we will be covering the multilingual, am I saying that right? Get Help page and the McKinney-Vento program. I hope I'm saying this right, guys. It's such information you want to know. Okay, so as always, we love connecting with you all, and we will continue to face it together. We will see you soon. Bye, y'all.